there. Welcome to Hourglass Workshops and Conversations with Nancy and Cheryl. I'm Nancy Burns. I'm an acupuncturist in San Jose, California.
And I'm Cheryl Seavey. I'm a writer, blogger, and researcher on women's issues in Los Gatos, California. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Yes, I feel like this past week has been kind of a slow slog moving ahead. I've just been
It
feeling
has. And, for all of you out there, we recorded a Merry Christmas video. However, it never came to light. So maybe
yeah.
we'll send it out next year. And it's
God
all
knows.
done.
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, it just goes to show that some things just don't happen the way you expect
You
them
just
to.
got to let it go. Like you say, hold lightly.
Yes.
I did that a lot this season.
Yeah. I think you have to, and our to-do list will never be done.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
There's always things on them.
I read a thing about doing to-do lists and they said, you know, stop doing it. And I thought, okay, I can do that. I don't need to keep writing to-do lists of all the millions of things I need to do,
But you don't worry about it falling out of your mind or not
And
getting done.
and if it does, what would happen?
Right,
Would the world come to a halt?
right,
I
right.
think not. I think I just need to just let go and
Yeah,
allow, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
And we keep saying that,
I know.
but I think as women, we feel that it's our job to keep things spinning the way they're supposed to,
Yes,
you
we
know.
certainly do. We
I don't
certainly.
think men ever feel compelled to do that, do they?
I don't know. I know,
I
certainly
don't
not.
think so.
You
They're
know,
very good about, I want to do this, I'm doing this now,
yeah, and this
without
right,
any
and whether
conversation.
yeah, and it is not to be say that it's not responsible,
No,
but they
no.
just do what they need to do, take care of business, and move on.
And they
Yeah,
just approach it differently than women. Women,
yeah,
wring their hands, carry on, and.
yeah.
Anyway, so back to
Okay.
our topic.
So much for general statements. Moving right along.
Yeah.
Okay, we today's topic is word of the year. What
Yes.
is our word of the year for 2024? Nancy, would you like to start?
Sure. My
Okay.
word of the year is explore. And I am not by nature an explorer. I am a planner. And so I'm going to let go of that and just jump into the fray with every opportunity and not say no, just do it.
Mhm.
And it's like tomorrow, I'm leaving to go to Florida. I've never been to Florida before. You know, I have no plans of what we're going to do when we get there, or when I get there and meet my brother in law who's there. We'll just see. And I just want to kind of explore.
Yeah.
And, but it's not just explore outwardly, I want to explore inwardly. And I hear an awful lot of people that are our age that are questioning what's next. A lot of
Mhm.
people in this past year have lost their partner, their spouse, um, or their life has changed dramatically in
Yes.
some way, and they're questioning what next.
Mhm.
And I think you have to really go inside and really listen to what it is that you think is important for you.
Right.
This year, I'm doing everything for me. And if it suits other people, great. And if it doesn't, oh well.
Okay. We'll come back.
Yeah,
We'll circle back on that one.
yeah. Okay. All right. What's your word? I haven't heard this yet.
I know. My word this year, it seems like we're both in the E category. My word is embrace.
Oh, nice.
And I, when I looked it up, in the dictionary after I wrote about it in my own, in my own way. And it's to basically accept things eagerly and joyfully. And, as things come about, we don't, number one, I tend to sometimes play against things. I'll resist and then I'll kind of go, okay, that's the way it ought to be, or that's okay. And it's also to adopt a course of action and changing mode if you need to. And I really, there's some things that I really want to get done. I was just doing my goal and action sheets for the first quarter. And I realized that so much of the stuff was the same thing as last year
Yeah.
that I didn't, so I really need to focus and embrace the choices that I make and embrace what shows up. And I think that hopefully that will just make my life a little bit easier as I barrel on down the, down the track.
I
And
love that, Cheryl. I
yeah,
love the idea of embracing, because the thing that came up for me is I'm not making plans. I'm not saying I need to do this. I need to, clear out the closets. We
right.
did that last year and
Yes.
we did that the year before. This
Yes.
year, I just want to accept life as it comes. And I think probably you and I have lost quite a few people this year,
Mhm. Mhm.
just some out of the clear blue,
Right.
some kind of expected.
Right.
But it's always a shock.
Yeah.
And it makes me realize, yes, my mom is 96 and she's still kicking. She said she's not leaving. But so I had just assumed, I'll live to be 100. But what if I don't?
Right.
What if this year is it? What
Yeah.
if this month is it for me? It's not inconceivable.
Right.
So I want to really, like you say, embrace the
Mhm.
opportunities that come along when they come along,
Yes, yes.
you know?
I think, yeah, and it I don't know, it's to me, I found it both relaxing and a sense of receptivity and
Yeah,
receiving without, well, and there's flexibility involved, all the things that, that make me feel good.
yeah,
And I think we're more likely to do and change things, to tweak it. I mean, we're at the point now, I mean, that we're not going to make dramatic changes in our lives,
right.
and what
Except the ultimate change.
well, yeah, yeah, and hopefully we don't get there too darn soon.
Yeah,
Um, but I think that, to be more gentle with ourselves, to embrace all of who we are now,
yeah,
to, whether you're, exploring new things, or like you said, things within. I mean, they're both very positive energies, I think,
mhm,
that just feel that we settle into, and I'd like to sort of make it a point to incorporate some of those ideas into or that whole concept more into my daily living.
yeah, yeah. And it's become very apparent to me that I am not a spontaneous person. I'm a planner.
Mhm.
And I can't tell you how many times in my life I've been invited to do something at the last minute because it's not on my calendar. I can't bring myself to do it.
Really
And
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
want to let go of that tendency.
Uh-huh.
I want to try to be more spontaneous and, like you say, embrace the opportunity when it
Yeah.
arises,
Yeah.
instead of my immediate response is, oh, I can't do that, you
Uh-huh.
know. And
Uh-huh.
then later I think, well, why?
Yeah,
You
why not?
know,
Right. Right.
so
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I
well,
love your word. That's a great one.
good. Thank you. Well, stay
I
tuned.
may snag that word too.
Well, you snag whatever you want. It's in the dictionary anyway, it's really not
All
mine.
right, all right.
So there you go. So anyway, so whatever word you pick, if that's what suits you, then just, explore, play with it, have fun, and make it something that enriches you and makes you feel good.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So until next time, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Nancy.
Happy New Year. Best to y'all. Bye.
Bye.